did what most people do nowadays when faced with a task. I Googled it. You can learn a lot from Google. Like, for example, Google told me not to embarrass the bride. Apparently that isn't nice. I've obviously known Alyssa since the day she was born. I have plenty of embarrassing stories. You getting nervous? No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to talk about how you slept on my floor every night until I graduated high school. And then you had no choice but to sleep by yourself. Back then I wasn't trying to be a snobby older sister, but she had this incredibly annoying habit of always wanting to touch me. We'd be both sleeping on our sides of the bed when her little pinky toe would cross that invisible line and just touch my leg. But I would quickly pull it back, and she'd be like, I just want to make sure you're still there. I'm still here. You're stuck with me. Let me tell you, it makes it really difficult to sneak back in the house when your 12-year-old sister is on a blow-up mattress at the foot of your bed. But secretly, I liked having her close. She was my little buddy. Having her all the way across the hall seemed like way too far. Growing up, there are very few childhood memories that don't include Alyssa. She tagged everywhere I went. I couldn't imagine sharing my childhood with a better friend or confidant. I don't tell her often enough, but Alyssa, I think you're pretty amazing. And I'm so proud of you. Even though you may have gone a little crazy with all this wedding planning. We had a full itinerary today. We started at 9:30 a.m. This itinerary went in 7-minute increments until right about now. I hope everyone enjoys those fabric flowers. They just about sent her to the loony bin. But today was beautiful. You did a great job, and I'm so happy for you both. Google also told me I should not talk about past relationships. This one is easy. Alyssa never had any. Board game called Dream Phone, where you had to, there were these little Ken doll look-alike play cards and you had to pretend to call them. I think Alyssa would have glued Peter's face on one of them. She has been in love with Peter since 7th grade. Being the older sister, I'm supposed to be the one teaching my little sister. But in the case of relationships, let's be honest, she's the one who's got it together. Alyssa and Peter's love and commitment to each other has never faltered. I've watched them grow from high school sweethearts to mature adults who conquer major life changes and everyday hurdles together as partners. They balance each other perfectly and bring out the best in one another. The only piece of advice I can offer you, Peter, is to never steal food off her plate. Trust me, she's all sweet and nice until you go in for that French fry. Peter, babe, I want you to take this opportunity to thank you for being so good to my sister. I know you already know how lucky you are, but seriously, you make her so happy, it is ridiculous. You know, for the last year and a half, you guys have been delaying this wedding, I have been less than helpful. Not nearly as mad and utterly as Alyssa would have liked. I'd like to clarify my ambivalence. It's not that I didn't care about the wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I'm sure tonight's going to be one hell of a party. It's only, Peter, you've already been a part of this family for years. You haven't been scared away by our dad or our crazy, factor-loving extended family. You deserve a medal. I've treated you like a little brother I never had. Ironically, I'm pretty sure I don't have that little brother because Alyssa's nickname was Beast as a child. Mom just couldn't handle having another one like her, so good luck with that when you two start having kids. But seriously, I couldn't ask for anything more for my little sister than to be happy. And Peter, you do a phenomenal job at making her smile. Even though she gets irritated with your old man driving. I get text messages like, he's going 50 to 65, we're never gonna get there. And I always tell her, he's keeping you safe. I appreciate that. You tolerate our incessant phone calls and texts at all hours of the day, and our obnoxious need to jump all over each other whenever we see each other. She's my best friend, my person, but I will gladly share her with you. She's a tad overwhelming to take all by yourself. One last little bit of advice from Google. I'd like to make a toast to Alyssa and Peter. I'd like everyone to raise their glasses. Peter, I'd like you to put your hand on Alyssa's. And remember this moment. because it's the last time you'll have the upper hand.